we know from our DEA lab that right now, 4 out of 10 of those pills contain deadly doses of fentanyl. And so it is heartbreaking to me to see what's happening. And I think, having these conversations is a really important part of getting folks to understand just the danger and the harm that's out there today.
So tell us, Administrator Milgram, how much is a lethal dose?
Just 2 milligrams is what the CDC considers to be a deadly dose. That is a minuscule amount. It is the amount really that would almost fit on the tip of a pen or a pencil. And so that tiny amount is potentially killing people. Every single day in the United States of America on social media, drug traffickers are selling these fake pills, and they contain fentanyl. And we have now traced, we had 80 cases related to social media that we took down at the end of last year. We have traced cases directly from Main Street in the United States back to the Mexican cartels that are killing Americans because of the high doses of fentanyl that they contain.
And Administrator Milgram, I mean, it's sort of counterintuitive. It only takes such a small amount to be a deadly dose. You would think that putting it in these pills is bad business for dealers to potentially kill their customers that they want to keep as customers.
Yeah, what we see cartels doing and what they want is to sell as many pills, to sell as much fentanyl as possible. Again, it's very cheap for them to make. It sells at a much higher price in the United States. So what we believe is that what they want are more and more customers. Fentanyl, as you said, is 50 times more potent than heroin. It is, I think, one of the most addictive substances on the planet right now that's being sold through criminal drug markets. And so what we know is that the dealers will stop at nothing to get fentanyl into people's drugs, into their hands. It is highly addictive. It drives addiction. And they are looking at basically making more money. It's a $500 billion business, criminal drug trafficking. They're looking at making more money by getting more and more drugs sold. And so that's why we see them flooding social media. That's why we see at DEA, we've seen the criminal drug networks where methamphetamine used to be on the West Coast. It's now everywhere in the United States, also on the East Coast. Fentanyl and heroin used to mostly be on the East Coast. It's now in all 50 states and also on the West Coast. And that's because of the relentless effort to expand that we've seen the drug cartels from Mexico engage in across our country.
Wow, Administrator Milgram, and to your point too, and I have to say, being in the hospital, I see the people that survive, fortunately, but we'll take them out of the ICU. We'll literally pull a tube out of their mouth and ask them what happened. And I've heard this so many times, Doc, I normally do 10 bags of heroin a day. I did a half a bag. I have no idea what happened. Or they'll say, Doc, I thought I was taking a Percocet. I took 2 Percocet. That's it. And it's the last thing I remember. So to your point, a lot of people don't even realize what they're taking and how potent and how dangerous it is.